What do you get when you take a compact, clever little leg day solution and beef it up with weight horns, a wider stance, and a big metal handle? You get the SquatBox Pro, Bodykore's bigger, badder, and hopefully better version of the original SquatBox. I've spent the last 90 days using it, putting it through real workouts, and in this review, we're comparing the Pro versus the original model of the SquatBox, calling out the upgrades, quirks, and answering the big question on everybody's mind. Is it really worth $600? I'm BJ from the Iron Clinic, and this big ditty is Bodykore's SquatBox Pro. The original SquatBox was compact, simple, and portable, but it had one big flaw. If you went too heavy, the whole thing had a tendency to just run away from you. The Pro model was Bodykore's response to that feedback. They've added weight horns for up to 270 pounds of anchoring capacity, a fixed metal handle for added stability and upper body control, and a significantly larger footprint for a more planted, secure feel. Now, let's talk numbers. The original SquatBox was 19.5 inches long, 18 inches wide, and about 8.5 inches tall. The SquatBox Pro is 29.5 inches long, 22 inches wide, and 12.5 inches tall. Now on paper, those changes may not seem massive, but when you're using it, those few inches change everything.
That's what she said.
The top plate is the same grippy texture as the original, which I already loved, but on the Pro, the increased width gives it a much more stable foundation for movement. And just like the base model, there is no play in the frame whatsoever. No flex, no weird give when you're transitioning from one leg to the other. It gives you absolutely no reason to second guess whether or not it's going to hold up to what you throw at it. The added length and width makes a real difference, both in stance flexibility and how stable the unit feels under load. Now, let's not forget that they've added weight horns as well, which is going to bring this thing out to about 55 inches. And with the included handle, this big boy stands about 48 inches tall. Certainly not the small compact package that the original model provided. So how does it handle in practice? Setup was easy. It only took about 10 or 15 minutes total. You screw in the weight horns by hand, and you use a wrench to bolt on the handle to the front of the unit. The rest is easily assembled. No deep instructions, no frustrations. Now, the packaging could be better. Just like the base model, it comes in this huge box with very little protective padding. And for a $600 unit, I'd expect foam or dense wrap. Anything really to keep this much steel from bouncing around during shipping on that FedEx truck. But once it's in place, the build quality is rock solid, just like the original model. Clean welds, a premium feel coating, and overall great construction. Again, just like the original model. Now, let's talk performance. If you liked the original SquatBox, you're gonna feel right at home here on the Pro model. Everything I could do on the OG SquatBox, I can do on the Pro. Belt squats, Romanian stiff-legged deadlifts, bicep curls, tricep extensions, cable rows, calf raises. The list is long, and I'm still finding new things that I can do with it. The movement itself feels nearly identical. What changes, though, is the confidence you have doing those things. This thing does not move. The extra footprint keeps it from shifting even a millimeter on turf, rubber, concrete, anything you put it on. As long as your floor is level, this thing's not going anywhere. That confidence is everything when you're moving heavy weight, especially in exercises like good mornings or RDLs when you're already fighting some balance. I've loaded over 300 pounds onto these weight horns, and I am confident that you could go beyond that, even if Bodykore says you could only load 270 pounds on the horns. You get a planted, balanced base that lets you push heavy weight without worrying about tipping, skidding, or weird shifting. The front handle is a surprisingly big quality of life upgrade. It gives you a stable contact point during things like your belt squats, and it replaces any DIY necessity that might have had to take place for rack-mounted handles when using the original model. Add in the wider stance area, and you're suddenly able to explore foot positions and accessory work you just couldn't do on the base model. One thing I really appreciated about the Pro model is the inclusion of 2 cable extension straps. A 1-foot and 2-foot extension. These clip between your attachment and the cable clip itself, and they're surprisingly useful for arm and back movements. They let you start your curls or rows higher up, so you're not having to reach all the way down to the bottom of the platform just to begin your set. They were not included in the original model, and I'd like to think I had something to do with that after a brief convo with Bodykore on Instagram, where I mentioned how having some handy strap extensions would be well worth it. And well, a few months later, here we are. And if you don't have the official ones, it's not a problem. Just go get creative. Grab some loading straps, spare chain, maybe even an old belt. Don't use an old belt. And clip it between the handle and the cable itself. And boom, you've got instant adjustability and added length to start your movement higher up. And here's a pro gym tip for you.
Pro gym tip, baby.
I know. We've already kind of been talking about it here, but if your cable handle is too low, too tight, or just too judgmental with you, double strap that sucker. If the 1 foot's not enough, well, go on and grab the 2 foot. Link them together, clip them together, and bolt them together like a cable Voltron and ascend to peak curl height. If it's still not high enough, grab that chain I told you about, grab that belt or a dog leash, whatever you got. If it clips, it lifts. Just don't be that guy doing curls hunched over on the squat box like a haunted frog. You're better than that, and I know you are. While I haven't personally added any new exercises to my rotation yet, the potential for everyday training here is absolutely exponential. With the added surface area and the weight anchoring, you could confidently use this SquatBox Pro for so much more than just belt squats. Think step-ups, split squats, side lunges, or lateral sled style drills, any kind of unilateral training with cables or bands. The added width and bracing makes it feel like a small platform, not just a foot block like the original. And for those who like to get creative with cable work, this opens the door to more dynamic movements. Now let's talk about portability and storage. Here's where the Pro earns both praise and complaints. It's not easy to move, not just because of the weight, but because of the size and shape of it too. The fixed handle adds height. Again, 48 inches, and the weight horns add incredible length, and the whole thing becomes awkward to tuck away or carry across your gym. I used to slide the base model under my leg press or inside my rack here. It's not possible with this thing. The Pro is a set it and forget it kind of unit. You're gonna wanna find a permanent home for it in your home gym, in my opinion. Now, as a wish list, I would love a foldable handle or built-in wheels or even some way to collapse in the legs and reduce the footprint when not in use. It's stable for a reason, obviously, but that stability comes at a price, and I really wonder if that could be improved upon in future versions. Now, let's talk about this handle. One specific flaw that I've run into is the handle's adjustability. The pop pin system on my unit will not release. I've had the handle stuck at the lowest height since day one, and thankfully that position works extremely well for me. But if you need a different height, this might be an issue. I'm not sure if this is a one-off issue or a design problem, but I thought it worth flagging. The adjustability is one of the key new features for this handle, and if it doesn't work, it kind of knocks off some of the polish from the experience. At $600, the SquatBox Pro lands in a very specific niche. It's way cheaper than a Rogue Rhino or a Squat Max, which will run you about $1,500 to over $2,000, and a lot more stable than $100 to $150 lever arm attachments. The SquatBox Pro offers that true vertical loading, a great build quality, and a balanced, compact footprint for those with space to keep it out full time. It's certainly not for everyone, but if you're the type of lifter who values quality movement mechanics and already owns a cable trainer, well, this might be the best way to upgrade your leg day without breaking your floor plan or your budget. So here's the part that matters. The Pro is about $250 more expensive than the base model, and that's not pocket change. It's an investment, and one that should match how you train and who you train. If you're a lifter over 225 pounds, training heavy, or pushing into high performance territory with your home setup, then the Pro makes a lot of sense. It offers that extra stability and surface area that serious training demands. It's also a great choice for anyone who just wants to future-proof their gym and not second-guess the platform beneath them. But that doesn't mean that the original SquatBox is obsolete. In fact, the original still shines in a ton of use cases. It's compact, lightweight, and affordable, and that makes it a perfect choice for physical therapy clinics, personal training studios, or even home gyms where multiple people with very different body types are training. Its lower height makes it more accessible for clients with limited mobility, older trainees, or beginners who might feel intimidated by a bulkier platform. And its smaller footprint means it tucks away easily into tighter spaces, whether that's a spare bedroom gym or a busy training studio. Now, obviously the Pro can do all of that and more. It doesn't take anything away, but if space or budget are a concern, and you're someone who works with clients in this category or are that person, the base model might actually be the better fit for you. However, If you're short on space or on a tighter budget, you may be better off with a lever arm solution or a DIY alternative. They won't feel as premium and they might not be able to do as much weight, but they're still gonna get the job done. This really isn't a better or worse decision. It's a what fits your needs decision, and you are gonna ultimately have to decide which of these could be the better purchase for your gym. I hope this quick review and comparison between the two models was useful. If you're still not sure, watch my full review on the original SquatBox and see where this one started. If you have further questions, drop them down below in the comments. I'll get back to them as soon as possible. And hey, while you're there, why don't you like the video and comment your least favorite leg day exercise while you're at it. I want to hear how we suffer together. I'm BJ from the Iron Clinic. Keep being great, keep pushing forward, and keep getting better every day.